Hey folks, how's it going? So today we're gonna be looking at the Stax L700 headphones or ear speakers. And before we do that, I want to apologize to Headamp for delaying this video. It's been way too long. It's been delayed for various different reasons and it was a big headache. I do have to give them props for being so cool with me in this whole process. And so also check out their website. They have really cool choice of gear. And yeah, they're cool guys. So make sure to check their website and have many good selections and such. So getting to the L700s. You can do the pad swapping and the comfort is quite nice and all that, but we're not going to talk too much about that in this video. In this video, I want to talk to you about the sound quality. And it took me a while to nail down the sound quality impressions with the headphone. That was one of the reasons that was delayed. This whole process was delayed. And now I have a good impression of them. And I have to say, if you ever heard Martin Logan speakers, which I'm sure you have once in this whole journey, if you haven't, try to hear them at shows or at audio stores, go and try Martin Logan speakers. So Martin Logan speakers are electrostatic speaker panels. So just like the Stax that I have here, it is a electrostatic panel. Now, before Martin Logan had bass panels added to their panels called the hybrid design, if you so will, they had something called the CLX and the prior series, which didn't have a bass panel, but an added subwoofer with it, an optional subwoofer with it. So without the subwoofer, the CLX is about, I think, like $18,000 at the time, something like that. That is what the Stax are, basically. So think of it this way. You don't have the bass, right? But you get all of the transparency, the soundstage, the imaging, the depth of an electrostatic speaker, but in a headphone format. So there is some compromise when you go to a headphone instead of a speaker and vice versa. The thing is that you get more detail than a electrostatic speaker in a headphone format. So you get more detail out of these than speakers. You get more transparency out of these than the speakers. You don't get as much depth or soundstage as the speakers, but you do get quick transient response, as if someone just punched you in the face like with a jab. That's what these are. Most speakers or most headphones are like a right hook, right? A heavy right hook. These are like a heavy jab, right? That's what it feels like in the bass region, in the mid-bass region. The bass below, like I would say 60 hertz is not very prominent, but it's still there, controlled and all that, but it's not prominent. It is a more of a very beautiful mid-range and high frequency extension that these are known for. So to think that you can get a electrostatic speaker, right, that's worth about $18,000 in a headphone format for a few $1,000s, right, is quite amazing. And that's why this has been reviewed many times and people swear by it. It is very transparent and it is amazing. Now, to talk about what I mean by transparent and all this terms, when you play a headphone or a speaker, there is a certain sense of warmth and dark notes between each notes, right? So a sound hit, there's a major sound, and then there's sounds in between. The dark notes between the actual sound of the instruments and such is very light with the L700. There's almost no distortion or those dark notes prominent. And what that does is improve separation. And that is what the Sennheiser HD800 is very much known for, to have really good separation because it gets rid of those dark notes. But as a result of that, what you end up getting is a little bit more brighter, a little bit more sibilant representation. But not with these. These actually trim that down a little, so the brightness and the shimmer is a little bit lower so that you don't get that kind of brilliance out of it, but you still get that kind of airiness to it. The separations are perfect on. You can separate the instruments, perfectly. When I often hear speakers or headphones, the separation is good to normal, right? And I can say that it's somewhere here Yep, I can tell it's somewhere here, somewhere to the left, somewhere to the right, but these are really pinpoint in the fact that I can say, yeah, it is like 90 degrees, 45 degrees, to my right. I can tell that with these in multiple tracks. The bass slam is very quick and satisfying, and it's really, really interesting. When you first hear these, you almost feel like it's too fast. And that is absolutely an amazing thing about panel speakers as well. They're very, very fast and very, very transparent. They're very, very, accurate and detailed. And they're so, so very good with this large sound field because these drivers are huge. So there's this big, big response, big sound, and it's very, very nice and very, very fluid. And one thing that differentiates this headphone specifically from all the other electrostatic headphones that I've listened to is the fact that this doesn't come off too bright or too shimmery or too fatiguing to listen to. If I were to choose this between this or the HD800, I would choose this for my listening sessions any other day. So that may be a big thing for a lot of people saying, what the hell? For a lot of those fanboys out there. But trust me, I'm an HD800 lover as well. I appreciate it for what it is, but it can never be my favorite. There's something about it, the shimmer and the brilliance that kills my ears, perhaps because I'm too sensitive to higher frequencies. I'm not one of those that are really sensitive to it, but I am pretty sensitive to it. And HD800, I can never get around to, listen for it long. This, I can. And it still retains all that detail, separation, and instrumental, tonality that I love so much about electrostatic speakers, but just in a headphone format. So this is a really good ear speaker. I do not want to even call it headphones because this is really not like a response you get from a typical headphone. Even when you go really high end into planar magnetic or even perhaps dynamic headphones with huge drivers and such, you don't get this kind of transient response. You don't get this quickness. You don't get this dynamicality. You don't get this kind of sense that you're listening to a Martin Logan, speaker, except in a headphone format. So to give you an actual representation of what I listen to the CLX, and I also listen to something called the Martin Logan Montis. And those speakers, right, the Montis has a subwoofer built into it, but without that in mind, the transients and the separation, the tonality, a lot of it resembled the Stax. So I think not a lot of people talk about this because they haven't heard one back to back, but I did, so I wanted to get that across. This is really exceptional for the price because you're getting a lot of what a really big price tag Martin Logan speakers can do in a headphone format, and you get also the benefit of having a little bit more detail than if you were to have speakers. So there you have it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.